All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Stafford here. That is caught at the 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Bortles. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Fournette, a first down carry. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Let's go. Hey, follow. Hey, 54, Ricky. 11.
Now Doug Marrone with a play clock almost out says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey. Lucy. Hey, 54, Ricky.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
Let's go. Hey, Hey, 54 Ricky. Green is on.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Green 80. Green 80. Lucy. Green 60.
Bortles to throw on second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Green 80. Green 80. Throw left. Green is
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Green 80. Green 80. Mike 39, Lucy.
To throw, it's Bortles. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. Well, with that incompletion, you got to talk about the ties that we've seen in weeks 1 and 2. Everyone was talking about the Steelers-Browns week 1, Charles, but week 2 we saw another. The game that you had, Vikings and Packers.
Yeah, and do you know something? They tied at 29. You know, it's the first time teams have tied with the score 29-29 in NFL history, so another little oddity that you throw in there. But I think the common characteristic between the Vikings, Packers, and the Steelers-Browns from week 1, kicking. The kicking game got both games and really affected in a big way. The Browns could have won, had a field goal blocked. The Vikings could have won. Their field goal kicker missed 3. And Mason Crosby, the Packers, made 1. But the Vikings had called timeout. He had to do it again, and he missed. So there you go. 2 ties in the first 2 weeks.
First time that's happened since 1971. To throw on second down is Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Jumbo! Hey, go here! 11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On second down, here's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
On first down, it's Stafford. Dancing to his left. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Green 80. Green 80. Green 86.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
21.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Set. 180. Zebra.
To throw on second down. Stafford. And he dumps it off to Blunt. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
21. 22.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Theo Riddick as the first half is winding down. And the Lions add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now running right through it. Now another. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A final shot before half for Bortles. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. To return, here's Agnew. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
10.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Stafford. This is Reddick on the screen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Bortles now on 1st down. he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tavon Wilson, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, let's take a step away from this game for a second. Talk about teams that are undefeated through 2 weeks in the NFL season. Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay. How about those surprises all being 2-0 right now?
Yeah, the Jaguars, the Chiefs, and the Rams were all 2-0. Not a major surprise. You're exactly right, because they have one common characteristic, those teams you mentioned, Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, and Tampa. None of them made the playoffs last year. And what's the one thing we do know about the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before will not make them 2 years in a row. So these teams could be some of the early replacements in the playoff race for 2018.
And one more stat, 62% of teams that start 2-0 make the playoffs.
22!
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Bortles finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jarrett Davis able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Bortles got to have this one. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys are doing. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Never.
I done seen the best of them,